lot of other great new stuff coming from you guys with everything going on. We have X-Files. We have a ton of new Mini-Mates coming. Like, as you can see in the case behind us, I know we've got the Watchmen movie figures coming, which look amazing.
Yeah.
We've got Caddyshack, which is a sci-fi, but still really cool. We've got the Iron Giant, Forbidden Planet, New Nightmare Before Christmas, which haven't hit yet, right?
Oh, no, the new Nightmare will be coming out pretty soon, along with Alice Through the Looking Glass. Beetlejuice is another one we just announced for this year. That's going to be spring 2017.
That's pretty awesome. And any chance, I know you guys have the license, is there any chance for Beetlejuice and any other product lines?
I think we're looking to do Mini-Mates as well, the minifigures, but I don't know, we're not doing action figures for most of these. But other ancillary products, we got glassware for Beetlejuice. We have a Beetlejuice, his ad, the Call Beetlegeist, the ad is going to be on a pint glass. We're going to do that for a bunch of things, like Vacation, National Lampoon's Vacation, we're going to do pint glasses for that as well.
That's really neat. I think that you guys are bringing the real life, like, sort of almost like items you'd see in the movie.
Yeah, we call it realware, so we'll do like Cafe 80s from Back to the Future, like we have their official pint glass, or Biff Tannen's Pleasure Paradise. So we do a lot of that sort of stuff.
Which is really fun. And then we've got more, actually the Ghostbusters Mini-Mates are hitting any time now, right?
I think actually those just hit this past week
those
as
just
well.
Hit. All right, so those are out now.
The classic Ghostbusters, yeah.
We've got those coming. And then outside of Mini-Mates, we've got a lot of new statues and busts coming from you guys with the PVC statues, right?
Yeah, the DC animated lines continues. We do the resin busts and resin statues. We also have the PVC statue lines. We've got a new Adventures Poison Ivy, where she's paler and has the dark green outfit. Yep. We're doing more PVCs for Marvel, Doctor Strange, and Jessica Jones we've shown before. We've got a bunch of new ones in the works we're going to be showing off. Medusa is here. She's one of the ones we more recently showed off.
Right?
Marvel action figures. We got the Marvel Select Doctor Doom and Doctor Strange, and also Destroyer, who turns into Odin with Odin head.
Yes.
Those are going to come out later on this year. And let's see what else. The Batman Classic TV series. We just announced a new prop replica bank. We're doing the Shakespeare bust bank that has a slot inside where the head goes back. We're also going to do the Batmobile phone.
Nice.
It's a little red phone. It's got a little bat-shaped handle. It's not the one that was in his bat cave, but it's the one that actually you drove around in and talked to him.
It's on the phone, so now you have someone to keep your change in your car now, really.
Yeah.
Really fun. I'm trying to think what else we got. The new Aliens. I know we talked about it a few weeks ago with the Alien and the Space Jockey coming out.
You love the Aliens Mini-Mates.
I really do. They're one of my favorite lines.
We're going to do an exclusive for that too. There's one that's going to comic shops, and there's going to be a darker version that comes with Dallas instead of Kane. That's going to be exclusively at Toys R Us.
And Dallas is exclusive to that set?
No, Dallas, we did a Spacesuit Dallas in Series 3. This one's got a slightly different paint job. I think the color's a little darker. It's just for that paint variation for Toys R Us. The Kane, we did Kane too in Series 3 for Toys R Us, but now he's going to be at Specialty. So Dallas was only at one. That's we tried to mix up like what different locations they go at. If they're at comic shops, we try to bring them to Toys R Us eventually, and vice versa. And also we're doing the vehicle, the APC vehicle.
Which is coming out
that's going to be very soon. We've got package samples, so I think within the month they're going to see that in stores. And it's the best Mini-Mates vehicle we've ever done. The roof opens up, the gun mount can go from the top to the back for when it's going under low obstacles, and the sliding door opens on the side, the gun turret in the front moves, the chairs all rotate, there's stickers for all the screens inside. It's going to be really cool.
And that's the biggest one I think you guys have done, right? It'd be that or the Enterprise.
That or the Enterprise. The Enterprise ship was probably the biggest one we've done at that time, and we're going to do that same larger Mini-Mate vehicle packaging for this, so it's up there. And speaking of Star Trek, we also have our Romulan Bird of Prey ship on display here. That's not Mini-Mate based, it's electronic, but it's got the lights and it's got dialogue from Mark Leonard, who played the Romulan commander in that episode. And actually, the anniversary of that episode airing is coming up later this year. It's called Balance of Terror, where the first Romulans appeared and that ship was introduced.
All right, so of all the things you guys have brought to the display at New York Comic Con 2016, what would you say is probably the coolest thing you guys have on display? Your personal favorite?
My personal favorite? I'm very excited that we're the first people to do Caddyshack, which isn't really, sci-fi, but the Destroyer armor from Marvel Select is also very cool. And that APC for Aliens, I'm a really big fan of that. That's just, it's just, I love the Mini-Mates. I know you love the Mini-Mates. I love the vehicles for the Mini-Mates, and it's just being able to put them into something is really great. But it's a lot of stuff. I'm not even like a huge original Star Trek fan, but that Romulan ship is one of the best we've done, I think, in terms of like keeping the lights on, keeping the bridge noises going when you at the push of a button. The dialogue is crisp. It's all just based on that episode. It's